签名了。
哦，好的。
我把这个气体检测这个一块加上去。
哎，好的。他那个啥，到时候专门发了些那个表格啊，到时候一填就行。到时候我发给你嘛。不一样啊。
行，我这前面收到你发的，已经收到一些，我已经快做完了。所以你把这个体力检测的这个有考试啊表格什么，你给我抄一下，我一定发过去。
好嘞，好嘞，那就这样啊，那就我那就行了啊。
好的。好的。
好，那这样啊，拜拜。好。Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, we can start. I enjoy it. The inside is me. This is for me and other employee. I will the representative for them. Okay.
Hello, sir. Hear me?
Yeah. I listen it. You can start.
Start now?
Start now. Okay.
Start.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, welcome back to the another courses for authorized gas tester. The objective of the courses, the purpose of gas testing, when will gas testing be required, and characteristic and properties of H2S, recognized H2S area in the oil industry, and how is H2S measured, H2S effect, and the skills of a gas tester, where and when to test, detection equipment, contingency procedure, and personal protection equipment, and the last first item. Okay. What is the hazard chemical? Or chemical hazard? Hazard chemical is any chemical that can be harm to your body. The effect of a certain chemical has on the body depending on several factors. The physical form of the chemical and how the chemical entry to the body, and the amount of the chemical that actually enter the body, and how toxic the chemical is. So the three forms of the chemical: salt, liquid, and gas. Okay. Salt such as dust, powder, and fibers. Liquid can come into direct contact with the skin and be absorbed into the body. Also, gas and fibers. Gas are chemicals that are in the gas phase at room temperature, and vapor evaporate from substance that are liquid or solid at room temperature. Gases and vapors enter the body by inhalation. Can we get protected from hazardous chemical? Use PPE and safety equipment, a procedure and instruction, BTW. Protection from hazardous salt and liquid chemical by wearing suitable PPE and safety equipment. Protective gloves and clothing, goggles, and respiratory mask, e-washer, and emergency shower. Washing, cleaning hand and skin. This is a protection from hazardous salt and liquid chemical. I used PPE and safety equipment. Okay. Protection from hazardous gases. We should use detection equipment. Gas detection equipment will not detect a salt, and gas detection equipment will not detect a liquid. The purpose of gas testing. To determine if an area is hazardous due to the presence of gas. Monitoring the hazardous area to ensure provide safe workplace, and determine the type of work that can take place in an area. Also determine any work site restriction that may be necessary. When will gas testing be required? Hot work, flame, negative flames, welding and grinding, flame cutting, buring, use of filler guns, head shearing, blower in hazardous area, use of equipment or work in pipeline or vessel contaminated with the . pyrophoric materials. When will gas testing be required? Also hot work, spark potential in hazardous area, use of normal electrical equipment, soldering, open of junction boxes in hazardous area, and operation tools capable of generating a spark, explosive, dry grit, and shot blasting, portable diesel engine, and use of the better operation cameras. Also, when will gas testing be required? Work into confined space. There, such as shown in the picture. There are many types of tests. Flammable gas testing, testing, and hydrocarbon gas in explosive. Okay, one flammable gas testing, such as hydrocarbon gas in gas is explosive. Toxic or harmful gas test. Toxic gas are dangerous to health, such as CO or H2S. And oxygen content test deficiency or enrichment. The fire triangle contain from air and fuel and ignition. Air and fuel and ignition. Okay. Gas ignition, gas in correct concentration, sufficient oxygen, and sufficient ignition energy. Okay, we'll talk about the flammable unit of gas. LEL, this lower explosive limit, lowest concentration of gas that can ignite. This is LEL. Below this level, the mixture of the gas and air is too lean. And other upper explosive limit, UEL, the high set concentration of gas that can ignite. Above this limit, the mixture of the gas and air is too rich. Between this limit, gas is explosive, such as this is upper explosive limit, and this lower explosive limit, and this explosive envelope. Also, this picture show the LEL and UEL. All the combustible gases are fibers have the difference exclusive range, such as this is range for diesel, start from 0.5% to 5. Gasoline start from 1.4 to 7.6, and methane 4.4 start LEL, and UEL at 16.5. H2S gas started from 4.3 LEL. This ratio at 43 ppm. 2 UAL 46% at ppm 460 ppm. Ignition temperature. The ignition temperature for gases are vary. Divination gas within its flammable range will ignite if the temperature is rise to certain volume. Normal gases by a spark or flame. Ignition temperature drops at 635 degree for methane and 416 degree for butane. A match head burn at around 1,500 degree. Auto ignition definition in combustible material may ignite without a spark or flame. Cases by heating or contact with the hot surface. This now as the auto ignition temperature. It is important to be aware of the area where high temperature are present. Flammable gas testing. Gas is never distributed evenly. Some gases are lighter than are and some are heavier. Lighter than are gases will rise and may be trapped below ceiling. Heavy than air will tend to hit the ground and fall to the lower level. Description depends on the air layout equipment, atmosphere condition must also be considered. Temperature, wind, speed, and direction. For hot work, there should be no hydrocarbon gas present. Okay. Oxygen. Level required for the normal breathing is 20.89%. The range between 19.5 to 22.5. Okay, a low level of oxygen may be cases by resting, welding, burning, or fire, displacement by another gas, or chemicals or vacuum. High level of oxygen can be cases by leaking oxygen hose, acetylene, or chemicals. High oxygen content risk to personal, increasing fire risk, and human intoxication for the person. Okay, I will talk about hydrogen sulfide or H2S. The characteristics and properties for the H2S. External toxins and colorless and small like cotton eggs in a small concentration has no smalls in high concentration. Heavier than air, easily dissipated by the wind. Flammable, agents at 216. Corrosive and can causes damage to steel and other materials. Soluble in water and oil. Toxicity. The toxicity of the gas was responsible for the death of 26 men in Young and West Texas between 1974 and 1976 is in Saudi Arabia at 19 people were killed in one incident due to H2S worsening in 1980. Okay, how does H2S affect individual? Birthing cycle. H2S goes to the lungs and into the blood stream and get dissolved and efficient system. The body defense system operation. It oxides breaks down H2S as rapidly as possibly into the harmless compound. With the higher doses of H2S, the body defense system will weaken H2S styles in the blood, and the individual become poisoned. Okay. Also characters and property. How is it formed? H2S is formed during the decay of organic matter. Where it is it founded? H2S may be found in sweat, spittic, pot, and rubbish pots, swamps, stagnant water, and silvered spring water, and gas and oil wells, and during well testing operation and fishing industry and farming. Location where H2S can be found on this site in Rug Flow and Shell Shaker and Bull Nubble and Clare and Mid Tank and Mid Trach, closed storage tank. Location itself. H2S measurement in ppm. This difference between the 1 milliliter and 1 kilometer. Okay, in 1 ppm equal 0.0001, and at 20 ppm equal 0.002, and at 1000 ppm equal 0.1 percent. H2S effective on humans. 0.13 ppm minimum effect. At 10 ppm beginning erection. At 100 ppm loss of signs of a small coughing. At 500 to 700 ppm loss of consequences and possibly death within an hour or some minutes. At 7 to 1000 ppm, quick in consequences, respiratory paralysis, death occur almost or at once. Above 1000 ppm, immediate consequences and death. effective H2S depending on duration, the length of the time the individual is exposed, and frequency, number of the time the individual has been exposed, and that in test type, the concentration level and personal factor, individual susceptibility, and physiological condition. Also, time-weighted average. Time-weighted average refers to concentration of H2S and SO2 in air, measure over again time period of 8 hours. Short-term exposure limit. Okay, in the 1 point, TWA for H2S is 10 ppm, maybe work at 8 hours. Short-term exposure limited, STEL. STEL is the maximum concentration permitted for a short period of the time at 15 minutes. Okay, you can see now video. Sorry. Sorry about this, but I not don't show in. Okay. story about this because the internet now show this screen for Zoom screen. Okay. Okay, now complete the course. And other harmful gases, benzene, found in some hydrocarbon system, carbon monoxide found in exhaust flows, carbon dioxide gas blanket on storage tank fire fighting, and nitrogen insert gas burying blanks and other. Also chlorine found in water system, and hydrogen emitted by battery system. No, it never depend on your sense of smell to detect gas. Detection equipment also may be a detector system, 3 types from detector system. The first, exit system, such as this picture, and portable detector, multi-gas detector, such as, and personal detector. This is not measure the gas, but if you founded hazard for the gas at, I think, 10 ppm, give alarm. Okay, fixed direction equipment. Detection equipment. Fixed detection equipment. Fixed detection sensor placed in H2S risk area, such as rig floor, shell and shaker, bull nibble, and clear and mid tank and closed storage tank. Main control panel placed in the control room. Alarm activated at 10 ppm with the light and horn. We'll show in video how to work this device. Okay, multi-gas detection equipment, pump and draw sample from air, load audio alarm for noise work area at 55 decibel, can have as many as 5 sensor installed. Personal detection equipment. This is a signal to work in all restricted area. Sound alarm is H2S rich at 10 ppm with an audio and visual display, and not a measuring device, just warning device. This detection technical test, how to test for the typical tank and the many level inside the tank, such as picture. And the another tank, this is a shipped tank or gallery shipped tank. Must measure in 2 level, test 1 and test 2. Tank with a tank entered. Also 2 tests, test 1 and test 2. This tank by design is not wall ventilation, so you must 4 tests, test 1, test 2, test 3, and test 4. Okay, you now also show video how to make the test. Okay. Can't you can see another video for how to make testing? This test for the Viper benzene, not benzene liquid. Okay. Now complete the courses. Okay, this difference between methane and carbon and hydrogen. Okay, methane lighter than air in the up, such as shown in this picture, in the near from the upsurface for the tank, and carbon monoxide slightly lighter than air. This between and methane and hydrogen. Hydrogen sulfide heavier than air are down in the tank. So you must testing in the multi-level to test all the gas enter the tank, inside the tank. Okay, this one from way to ventilation confined space. We have 3 types from ventilation: mechanical ventilation and normal ventilation and vapor ventilation. Okay, gas testing, chemical tube. Use the test virus gases to common system, dragger and category pump, such as in this picture, this dragger and this category pump. Gas sample sucked into the tube containing chemicals by pump or below chemical change color depending on gas concentration. Scale indicated on the tube. Error may be caused if tube are out of the date and contamination occurs due to the mist particles. Also must ensure the equipment used is suitable for the atmosphere to test it and approved by properly calibrated and maintained within it is a validation period. Okay, sorry. We need to, I think, 10 minutes for complete this courses. Basic instrument checks. Read the manufacturing material instruction Now the instrument limitation. Check the general condition of material. The meter is within the calibration data, and the meter has been charged, and ensure that the senior tags are not blocked. Basic instrument check cannot switch on the meter and check the reading in normal air. Meter should show oxygen must 20.9%, hydrocarbon 0 LEL, and hydrogen sulfate 0 ppm, and carbon monoxide 0 ppm. Zero the meter in the normal air, and if the air any deviation, meter function and alarm may be checked with the test gas prior to use. Where to test? Area to check equipment include the following: behind wear plate or briar in vessels, pipe flanges, and vent and drain, lobe cells leading to the drain system, screwed fitting, and valve backing, and pump cells. We do when test immediately before work begin. Testing frequency depend on the nature of the work. Time help site signs the less test requirement of the work permit, atmosphere condition, and area classification. Also, you must recording result in permit. We record when recording test result. Remember to insert the correct intel of the measurement, hydrocarbon in LEL, oxygen value from the air, sulfate ppm, and carbon monoxide ppm in ppm. Contingency procedure. Must on board point to put on your mask and escape from area as quickly and possibly. Locate wind inductor and go up wound. Never assume the shortest route is the safest route. Always use the safest route, following the instruction. And now your role in the citation ball. This is a personal protection equipment used when the high concentration from the toxic gas. self-contained breathing, apparatus SCBA. This is used to 30 minutes direction from air cylinder, 6 liter at 300 bar, or from cascade system. Okay, such as in picture. And this is a different escape unit, also go rapid air. This is work to 10 minutes or 15 minutes during from 2 liter or a 3 liter air cylinder, 200 bar. How can you measure time for air bottle? Normal air used at 40 L in minutes for personal. Example, if we have a bottle as flow, 6 liter multi 200 bar equal 1,200 volume. So 2,000 volume, 1,200 divided 40 equal 30 minutes. Divided this on this equal the time for the cylinder. This is show what the gasket breathing air system. Okay. Okay. Now the talk about first aid. The most important factor of first aid in H2S environment, self-protection. Self-protection. LY use breathing aboard boots. Apparatus, sorry. LYs use breathing apparatus when entering H2S contaminated area. And second main fatalite do occur when trying to rescue fallen H2S victim on breath can be enough to render the rescue inconsequence. And whereas rescuing H2S victim, it is vital the exposed personnel receive fresh air ASAP. Okay. After removing the vacuum from the H2S contaminated area, check the breathing of the still breathing but him in recovery position, such as this picture. if he's still breathing. If he don't breathing, use CPR technical. And this picture show what how do CPR technical. In this head break and the left chin until to touch, amount touch, look and listen for breathing. Also give air and put your hand in the center of the virtual chat. I think in learning how to work CPR in first aid courses. Okay, now before finish, just see this video. Show this video. After that, finish. Okay, guys. I will now finish these courses. If any question, I will send the exam and attendance sheet and evaluation sheet in email.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Very good.